Conference on ATO issues, and now Colonel Andriy Lysenko on the events in the ATO area. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. And now the main events in the ATO area during the last 24 hours are to your attention. And despite provocations of the militants, there were no losses. No was killed or injured. In Lugansk area, ceasefire continues. No armed provocations was observed. But the situation is rather tense in the Donetsk area. Yesterday, the enemy redirected the focus of its provocations from Krasnogorivka to the suburbs of Gorlovka. These are Novgorodsk, Mayorsk, where the militants used small arms and grenade launchers and large caliber machine guns. And near Krasnogorovka there was only one violation of the ceasefire with the use of APC. The militants were active near Svetlodarska Bulge, near Luganska, Mironivska and Zaitsevo. In Zaitsevo there was use of 82 millimeter mortar. It was used by the militants. The situation is unstable near Donetsk airport in Pisky, Opetna and Avdiivka. The militants delivered non-precision fire trying to provoke our servicemen to escalate the conflict. The same armed provocation was observed near Mariinka. In Mariupol area, there is an increase in the number of provocations. The militants used small arms and grenade launchers in Shirokina. The militants also delivered non-precision fire with the machine gun at positions of ATO in Granitne, and also delivered fire from APC 82 millimeter mortars in Novotroitsk region. SBU stopped the attempt to finance the militants at the Kurachovo checkpoint in Donetsk Oblast. They detained two automobiles that tried to bring 1 million and more than 1 million ruble and 97 banking cards to the occupied territory. Ukrainian law enforcement officers continue to confiscate illegal weapons. During the last 10 days, they confiscated more than 140 grenades, shells, 3,000 cartridges, and more than 6 kilograms of explosive materials. Ukrainian law enforcement officers prevented dozens of the subversive acts, terror attacks, or emergency situations connected with the use of illegal weapons. And according to the information of law enforcement bodies, the work of law enforcement bodies will be increased, and there will be many passenger transportations, and they will do everything to provide safety and security. A Ukrainian serviceman went to Lviv to the National Academy of Land Troops. Ukrainian children they communicated with the servicemen, and they provided a concert. Also, Kharkiv school children attended they visited Kharkiv Polytechnical Institute, and they also provided some information on the military equipment, and tank operators provided some show, and they demonstrated how they act. And also servicemen, they visited children in Lysychansk. Children provided some show for our servicemen. They sang, they cited some verses. The cooperation is great in this sphere, and the servicemen they deliver open lessons for kids, and they help with the heating and provide some help in winter period to local residents. Do you have some questions or comments? Fifth channel, the question: what is the number of shelling during the 24 hours, and whether they are of provocative character, or what is the aim of the militants according to the tactics they chose, and what illegal weapons they used. That is forbidden by they said that they used 82 millimeter mortars, and whether Ukrainian servicemen return fire. So the exact number of shelling, we don't know what it is, but we know that in one area there was no shelling. It is Lugansk area, and provocative shellings increased in Mariupol area, Shirokina, and Granitna was shelled, and in Mariupol area they used APC mortars and grenade launchers, and most of these shellings are provocations. They do not attack our positions. We didn't observe this, and our servicemen, they when the distance is from our first frontline positions to the positions of the enemy is about several kilometers. It's ineffective to shoot with small arms. That's why they didn't return fire in these cases. Do you have other questions? If there's no question, thank you very much. And the next briefing is at the same time tomorrow.